So, hi, my beautiful little shining stars. Um, okay, so, and welcome back to another video of, I'm always gonna say this, my life, my diary, whatever you want to call it. I love that Sailor Moon poster. It's just so pretty, and, it's just really pretty. I really like it. Anyways, so, okay, so like on this video, I'm gonna be basically talking about like what you shouldn't do as as a woman in general. I don't want to like I am gonna quote unquote talk about like being trans and how these all of these affect that. But like I do want to say that like if this helps any girl who isn't trans, then perfect, honestly, because yeah, like that's the point, you know. Like I just want to help girls who just who don't go out and don't have really experience, and this is all like from personal experience, research, and just a lot of things that I've learned, you know, talking to these motherfuckers, you know. Show whatever, I don't really care. Anyways, so yeah, and also I wanted to say that this could really help any girl who is struggling with BPD, DPD, or autism, high functioning autism. Any of those three, if you fall in under any of those three categories, this could definitely help you, I feel like, because I've done a lot of research on those three topics, because obviously like yeah, I've done, because of personal reasons, you know. So which I will share, just not at the moment. This is not what this video is about. Okay, so the number one thing, let's get started. The number one thing that I learned from hanging out with guys and just in general, like, you know, yeah, hang out with guys, bitch. I learned that like do what you will, but my thing is don't hang out with any guy in a car. Honestly, it's just not a good idea. And here's why. It can be dangerous as hell. Like especially like imagine like meeting somebody online and then meeting up with them and then being in their car. First of all, that can be dangerous. You don't know what you're getting yourself into, or maybe you do, but first make sure, obviously. But like you just don't want to be raped, or you don't want to be kidnapped, abducted, whatever you want to call it. You don't want any of those things to happen to you. That's really sad, you know. There's a lot of stories about how that constantly happens. Imagine just every single time that you go out and you decide to be dumb and hang out with the guy in the car, just remember, girl, you're risking yourself to getting kidnapped. You know, it can be overwhelming hanging out in a car. From experience, I just know how overwhelming it is. Like, I just feel like that's just not the way that you're gonna be able to loosen yourself up. I just really don't feel like that. That's just not the proper way of doing that. I just feel like, because like you're in a fucking car, like you're not gonna I mean, you could just sit there and talk and stuff like that, but it would just be nice to like go somewhere else where you guys can talk, view things, walk around. Like just being in the car it's almost like disrespect. So if a guy like asks you that, make sure you like you literally think about what you're about to do. Honestly, I'm just being real. And honestly, you deserve better. That simple fact is crazy, because you do deserve better. You deserve to go on dates. You deserve to go out, be taken out, be showed off to, whatever you want to call it. Not be showed off to, but being shown off. You know, ew. I don't know what that was, but okay. So, yeah, if you end up doing it, like I said, do what you will, you know. But if you do end up doing it, just like make sure that you that someone in your family, in your household, whatever the case may be, knows that you're about to hang out with a guy. And you make sure you have your phone. And yeah, because like I said, you never know what could happen. And it's just better. It's better for for your family, whether it's your older brother, your brothers, your siblings, your mom, your dad, whatever the case may be. They need to kind of like, you kind of need to let them know like, I'm gonna go out with this guy really quick. If anything happens, you know what it is, where I was at, you know. So yeah, just make sure that you tell somebody, and that you have a phone, and that, yeah. So and like, I don't know, I kind of want to get into detail. Like, I just really think that like, I don't want a nigga to like, why in the fucking car, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just no, it's just, that's just not it. It's just not it, baby. It's not. Okay, so um okay, so don't do anything sexual with a guy without kind of like, I'm not trying to say like over, but in a way I am saying overview the situation before you're about to get into it, because you want to make sure that you're comfortable and that you're safe. So yeah, exactly. What the heck? That's crazy. I didn't even have to read it to remember. That's super cool. Um, Uh, and by safety, I mean like, use a condom, ask questions, make sure you're not like, you're not messing with someone who's dirty or has any diseases or anything like that. That's scary and that's gross. And nobody wants a disease, baby. Nobody wants a diseased pussy, first of all. And I mean, I don't know. People have their own preferences, but I don't know. From what I know, I guess. Okay. So, or if I was a nigga, I would not want a diseased pussy, or diseased, as a girl, I don't want diseased dick. Like, that's fucking gross. That's gross. So yeah, ask questions, like ask anything that you need to know before you do it, you know. Make sure you guys are are communicating the way you like things to go, and whatever pace you want things to go to. Or let things happen naturally, but again, just make sure that that you're being safe, and that you do get to those questions about asking how much or who they're fucking, or if they're fucking anybody and stuff like that. You do not want to fuck someone who's fucking someone else. That's just so, like, for me, that's just really really embarrassing and like uncomfortable, and I would feel really sick. And that's why I'm really like, I can't, that's why I could never be a hoe, you know, because I'm not about that life. I'm just not. And like, so many times I told myself, girl, like, I wish I was a fucking hoe, like, you know. But no, I'm a crybaby. So like, yeah, maybe when I'm hella older and more mature, I might become a hoe, who knows. But right now, like, I'm just too emotional to be a hoe. Like, I just feel like anything from a guy at the moment is just really fragile when it comes to stuff like that to me right now, especially after everything I've gone through. Um, don't do things that you don't want to do. And then this is the biggest thing, because for my heartbreak, my first heartbreak actually, because I kind of just recently got my heart broken again, but this time it was my fault, honestly, and I'll talk about that on a different video, which I'm probably not gonna get too detailed to, because honestly, like, this nigga doesn't deserve me to just be talking about him on this video, or on any video, bitch. But anyways, yeah, don't do anything that you don't want. So basically, like, don't feel pressure to do things that you don't want to do. Like, if this nigga keeps asking you to do something, or like, it's like, just do it, or da da da, or being sweet even to get you to do it, don't do it if you don't feel comfortable doing it. And for any reason, if you do end up doing something, make sure that you know what you're about to do, and then afterwards, don't cry. I mean, you can cry because that's inevitable, let's be real, especially like being sensitive as hell, like, you know. But but what I'm trying to say is, you can't take it out on the guy who hurt you, you can't really just like bash him. You can't really talk about him like bad. You can't really dirty his name. You can't really do anything if this man made it clear from the start that that's all it was, you know. So yeah, like again, make sure that you don't do anything that you don't want or that you're later on gonna regret or try to take it out on this guy, because it's just that's just not like it's just not, we're adults, and like and communication is very important. Whatever you don't want to do, you can tell him from the start, just like he can tell you that, just like niggas can tell you from the start, this is just a fuck, this is all I want. Then you can just tell them, this is not what I want. I want love. Because, you know, that's what I always want. Because don't get me wrong, like, people, like, I feel like people think that, like, I'm a good girl and, like, I don't want to fuck and stuff like that. But it's not that at all. It's just that, like, I do want to fuck. Like, hell yeah, you know? And I think that I have a lot of, like, of things that I want to do when I have a partner. I want to, like, try doing things, like, kind of, like, in public. Not in public, but, like, in the forest. Like, that sounds fun, honestly. It just sounds really fun. But like those kind of public places, not anything like risky or anything like that, but I just, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, like I said, it's just the way guys have treated me, and yeah, when I have a boyfriend, that's when all that's gonna go down. Anyways, so yeah, again, be clear when you feel unsure, and that goes back to the don't do anything that you don't want. So basically, like, if you feel like you don't want to, make that very clear and tell him, I'm not sure about this, I don't want to do this. Be very clear, because like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say like guys are just horny and like they just can't control it, you know, because that's kind of like ridiculous, you know. But try to think that like this nigga really, like, guys do at the end of the day, like, I feel like guys have a sex drive, and it's different than girls. I don't know if that's completely true, but like I even like hormone wise, like, I almost can tell, but it's weird. But there's gonna be a different video about that. Okay, so yeah, like, be clear about like anything, everything, and yeah. Oh yeah, so anyways, again, consider that they could have a disease. Please be very considerate of like that in specific, because again, you don't want to end up in a situation that you don't want. And like, okay, I'm gonna say that then. I'm gonna say something at the end that's like very important. If a guy doesn't want you and you're having a hard time coping with it, when he's not here anymore, don't message them, especially if you've already have and you've gotten ignored already. Just please don't do it. It's just not worth it. You're only digging yourself deeper into this feeling that you just don't want to have. Honestly, I just promise you, it's just not worth it. Honestly, it's just not. Okay, so yeah, okay, so yeah, basically the way that you can, if you feel like that, if you feel like, damn, like, this nigga's not replying, or like, damn, like, really, I just want to pour my heart out, like, this nigga got me fucked up, or whatever, like, what the fuck is he doing, whatever the case may be, however you're feeling at the moment, keep your mind busy, you know. Watch your favorite TV shows or anime, read, go for a walk, a safe walk at that, you know what I mean? Because it seems like I can't take a safe ass walk lately, because I just can't. I never, from like, I think from like 19 and up, like, I just couldn't take a walk outside anymore without like constantly being stopped by guys, getting people asking me if they want me, if I need a ride, niggas beeping at me, guys like telling me to get in, guys like, I'm sure some of you will understand what it's like, girl. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, nobody wants you. Like, really? This is how you approach girls? I mean, at the same time, what if there's a good person? That's just not, it's just not a good sign, I guess. For me, like when I'm walking and like a guy just tries to stop me, I automatically think someone's gonna try to kidnap me, or someone's trying to fuck, or someone's trying to like thinks I'm a prostitute, something like those are my thoughts whenever someone stops me. But oh my god, 15 minutes, good. That's good. We've gotten that far into this video. Oh yeah, okay, I already read that. So yeah, and if listening to your sad ass songs that only encourage your sadness and things like that, if that's not helping, baby, then stop. Honestly, stop, because you're only doing this to yourself. And this is why, like, honestly, this is for me, like, this has been a big thing. Like, if I am sad and I listen to sad music, I can't sit here and take it out on a guy, because like I just feel like I just can't. That's ridiculous. Like, this song like did that to me, and I helped. Well, yeah, like someone might have hurt you, but like I feel like sometimes we can avoid a situation being more dramatic than it needs to be, if by like doing things differently. That basically, don't do things that are gonna encourage your sadness, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So yeah, like listen to upbeat music. So for an example, like for I don't know who to use as an example right now, because I just listen to so many bitches, basically, don't listen to the song that's talking about like everything that you're going through, if it's only gonna encourage you to be sad. Instead, listen to the song that's talking about positive things, and like has an upbeat, and that makes you want to dance, or makes you want to like grab a fake microphone and sing along to it. Like that's a way better way to keep your mind distracted, and distracted from negativity or sadness in general. So yeah, again, sometimes we make things harder than than they need to be, or than they are. Oh yeah, so yeah, and like honestly, I know that this is hard to accept. Like when you meet someone who you truly connect to, or you truly feel like you connect to, and like and you really just fall in, I don't know if in love, you fall really into that, in like with the person or whatever, because of the way they were, and you appreciate their quirks and things like that. I know it can be hard to just be like, there's other fish in the sea, but at the end of the day, there really is other fish in the sea, and we are all human beings in a way. Like, I think that like we need to realize that we are at the end of the day both human, and that you can't own a human being. I can't stress that enough, to myself. Like, it's not that I want to own a human being. It's just I feel like for me, like the reason why I've been the way I have been, it's because I haven't gotten I've learned though from all of it, obviously, but I just I've never been really in anything where like I've never been appreciated by a guy. I'm not gonna lie. Like honestly, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be like this bitch that like I don't know, that gets treated right, because I don't. Like honestly, I haven't yet. Like I have yet to like oh well, no, that's completely wrong. I have no, that's completely wrong. I have been treated right, but not like relationship. I haven't been in a relationship, an official relationship. I haven't been. I've been in a 2-day relationship, which I don't consider, because I'm probably gonna talk about that on its own story. Yeah, because like I do have to say things about that nigga and kind of like about like the whole experience. Yeah, that's definitely a story of its own. But um, but yeah, so um, but yeah, like like I'm not trying to like repeat anything that I've already said, so that's why I'm like trying to make sure, you know. Um, so yeah, like and yeah, like but at the end of the day, there is so yeah, again, like if you can either look at it as like guys ain't shit, but and like you aren't shit either because we're both human beings, or we are everything. And at the end of the day, if we are everything, um, you'll find everything in another human being. Does that make sense? So if we're everything, you'll find that in someone else. And if we aren't shit, if niggas ain't shit and bitches ain't shit, then that's another way to look at it, because it's kind of like we're basically you have to start looking at yourself as an even as other human beings, whether they have more money, whether they dress a certain way, or whatever the case may be, which luckily to me, like I honestly don't care about money and things like that. I care about looking pretty and like getting dressed up and stuff like that and buying girly things, but like I could live without it. You know what I mean? Like I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yes, anyone can live with all that. I'm so stupid. But yes. Okay. So I'm trying. um, I have a really hard time like focusing. So yeah, which is exactly why like I need to keep my mind occupied a lot, you know, because I need to like focus. Um, so yeah, yeah, like basically realizing that that humans are just humans, and that like I don't know, you know, I feel like when you realize that, like, there's no need for things to be as disappointing as they are at times, you know, like just think about he made a mistake, and like that's a mistake that he's gonna live with, and or you made a mistake and that's a mistake that you're gonna live with. And I don't know, man, these are like just these things are fine, these things happen, honestly. um Hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna do that one yet. Okay, and then writing therapy is like one of the best things that my mom has recently taught me. I mean, she's always told me, but I finally like started taking her advice. Basically, first of all, keep a diary if necessary. Like if you need a diary to remember things that you've done already, because for some dumbass reasons as human beings we tend to forget our lessons and do it all over again, and then wonder why we're so hurt. Like, no, bitch. Write these shits down if you have to. Honestly, it's that serious. Um, so basically, write down the lessons if you need to. If you feel like writing him a long message, don't do it. You know what you can do is write him a long letter about however you feel, about how sad you are, about pouring your heart out, whatever you were already gonna blow him up with or message him. Just write it down in a piece of paper, and then you don't even have to give it to him. And maybe by the time that you're done writing it and reading it and reevaluating the whole thing, you'll probably just like keep that page somewhere, or and look back at it as a lesson, which would be a good idea, or rip it, burn it, whatever. You know, that's therapy, honestly. um um Hold on, because like I'm kind of like reading them as I go, and then I say them. mm, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so and then red flags, you guys, like you can honestly, if you know the red flags at this point and you feel like writing them down, that's honestly a good idea. Again, if you forget, you can remind yourself. You don't have to be constantly hurt, trust me. um, the one of the red flags is if he, girl, like, baby, if he tells you straight up like what he wants from the start and you choose to ignore it, in hopes of something more, that's one of the worst things, baby, that you could do, because at the end of the day, you're just setting yourself up for more hurt. Trust me, like, I did that recently, and it was just the dumbest thing. Like, I didn't see anything different from the time that I got my heart broken at first from the second time, because I was hoping for more, and that's dumb. He made it very clear that that wasn't the case, and I can't take that out on him. I can cry about my feelings and cry because I got attached and stuff like that. That's fine. That's me, and that's completely fine. I'm entitled to my feelings, but I can't just blow him up or be mad at him or any of that, because he did tell me that, boom, he just wants to fuck and or wants sexual things, whatever the case was. Wants to fuck. Okay. Yeah, like, he just wants your pussy, baby. Like, trust me, if he made it clear, there is nothing more to it. And okay, so, and then again, I feel like the car situation falls under a red flag, if you ask me. If not, then fine. Don't ask me. Just kidding. But no, but like, for real, like, I feel like when a guy says, let's hang out in the car, no, bitch. Just no. Like, no. That's just a red flag to me. Some girls might like that. That being in a car is just so boring. And I mean, unless like you guys already know each other and you guys have already gone on dates and things, like, don't make your first date or whatever be in the car. Girl, bye. Okay, and this is a big red flag. I don't know if, like, some of you will see this as a red flag, but at this point, like, this can be a red flag, and that's basically why I'm saying it. A baby mom. A baby mom can be such a, like, red flag, honestly, because from experience, I'm not gonna fucking lie, baby mamas involve fighting, they involve drama, and her messaging you, asking about the nigga, and, like, annoying shit that, honestly, baby, you can save yourself from. You don't need some random girl that you don't know messaging you out of nowhere, like, asking for her man or asking what the last time y'all were talking was. Like, no, that's just not what you want, baby. And that's happened to me like 4 times. So yeah, enough. Like, you know what I mean? And definitely, like, I don't know how to fight, and girl, if you don't know how to fight either, baby, just stay away from the baby mom situation. It's just not worth it. A love triangle is such a fucking can be such a fucking red flag, honestly. And, like, again, I've said this in a video before, I'm not a home record, I promise that. Like, I just it's just when I see a single dad and they're a good dad, they seem like they're there for their kids, I can be a little bit weak to that at times, you know. And, like, honestly, I was very weak in the past to that, but trust me, no, just fuck no. Like, you learn, bitch. Like, you fucking learn, and you have to learn. So again, with the love triangle, you'll have a random girl messaging you that you don't want, that you didn't ask for, and it's kind of just like, get this bitch off my back, or like, get this bitch out of here, or like, then you'll end up messaging the nigga and being like, dude, get your bitch off me, like, what is this? And then he'll want screenshots of what she's saying to you, and you don't want any of that, baby. You don't. It's a headache, and it's just not worth it, honestly. So yeah, and like honestly, I feel like you should take a moment to kind of like see where you stand in the situation. So basically, if this nigga is basically in love with this bitch, but he keeps trying to fuck with you, or he's with a girl, and they're together, but like he likes you too, or wants you for emotional support, girl, bye. Tell him to go. Tell him to tell his girlfriend or something, because like this has happened to me those 4 times. Like these niggas will literally talk all the shit that they want about their girl and then go back to her when they're back together or whatever the case may be. But they'll literally try to run to you because they're stressed out and this bitch is annoying and whatever. And then once like and then man, motherfuckers are crazy, bro. Like, they're just really crazy. Yeah, because then they'll try to be they try to act like you like. I'm gonna have a story about those situations. Honestly, a story time would be perfect for those because there's so much to say on that note. Um, um, if hold on. Yeah, basically, yeah. If he can't make up his mind with what girl he wants, his annoying girlfriend who's not doing anything for him, emotionally, and is just toxic and all that or whatever, and if you're being toxic, one, I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of times these motherfuckers were toxic as hell too, and their girls were just trying to get some answers from a sister, which I honestly like. That's exactly the only reason why. And if you're watching this, girl, and you've done this to me, well, I'm not trying to be rude, you know, it is annoying though. But girl, I replied to you, to every single one of you guys, and kind of like not like trying to like spill some tea or anything, but trying to just give you some peace of mind because I get it, you know, I get it because I would not want that to happen to me ever, and that's fucking horrible. Okay, again, I'm not a home record. Like, I don't, I hate. Like, I've gotten called that before. It's so dumb. I've even gotten called as a joke, too, by my friend. When if a guy tells you that you remind him of his ex, honestly, girl, tell him to not do that and tell him that you are your own person and that you have your own qualities that this bitch might have not have and stuff like that, and just tell him to never do that in his whole life again, compare you to somebody else, because you don't deserve that. You don't deserve any of a lot of the things that I'm talking about. You deserve so much better. You deserve to be treated completely right. And if you're being a good girl too, of course, like, you know, what I'm trying to say is that like it's all about just balancing, like, and showing what you want in return, I guess. And speaking of what you want in return, you know, being very like very clear about what you want in general, to your mind, to yourself, and to the person that you're talking to or whatever. You know. And like, yeah, I'm doing this because, girl, like, we need to get it together, like some of us at least. Not a lot. I know that like a lot of girls have it together, which I'm happy for you guys. If you guys are watching this, girl, and you're just kind of watching it because you just want to see what I look like, or you want to see me, or whatever the case may be, that's completely fine. But you probably learn these things on your own, and you're probably like, bitch, yes. Or you're probably just like, bitch, ooh, you're barely going through that. Like, you know, that's hella funny. My imagination is really big, so a lot of times I'll like have like, I can jump into a role. It's crazy, and that's why I want to be an actress. It's so fucking awesome. Yeah, and okay, so let's see. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna okay. Yeah, okay, so I read all of those. Oh my god, like, yay, I made progress. Like, I'm so happy. Okay, and like, honestly, like, I really wanted to show like what the dress looks like on me, because it looks really nice, but like I just can't, like, eventually I will be able to show like and get up and things like that, but right now a girl's got to do what she has to do, honestly. Yeah. So so humans say a lot of things. Yeah, try to keep this in mind, honestly, that humans say a lot of the same things to each other every single day. Basically, I'm trying to get you to break down the so much meaning that you put into the words that guys tell you sometimes, or human beings in general. They'll tell you I love you, or they'll tell you they'll kiss you on the forehead and stuff like that. I just want to make it clear, like, that people do that on a daily basis, and that, like, we give meaning to those things at times, a little bit too much meaning. You know, when a guy says like he cares about you, sometimes you might give it way too much meaning and like think, oh my god, this nigga cares about me, like, oh my god, like, that's so cute, you know, like, but no, like, I feel like keep your feet on the ground when your head's in the clouds. Haley Williams. Or Paramore. What song is that? Break by Boring Break, I think. I think, girl, like, oof, I hope. um, okay. So yeah, try to remember that humans have our, as humans we have our own body, soul, and energy. You know what I mean? And at the same time, and at the end of the day, we're all one. Okay, so don't be sad that they left. He's just another part of your life, or hard part, whatever you want to call it, and a part of your journey, you know? So basically, what I'm trying to say is that, so again, it goes back to the equalizing each other as human beings, and like, and not putting somebody in your pedestal, or whatever you fucking call it, girl. I don't know how to say that word. I look it up too. I constantly look, like, a lot of things up, but being Mexican, I guess it's just inevitable to say things the wrong ways. Like, honestly, I've noticed that on other Mexican people too, which is completely fine. Honestly, I think that that's kind of cute. Honestly, yeah, it is. Like, I'm Mexican. That's really cute. Honestly, I just love that my hair grows hella fast, and that, like, I don't know, that I'm brown. My eyebrows are thick. My eyes are really pretty, and I don't know. I'm a really good looking girl, and I'm just happy that being Mexican played into that, you know? Imagine, like, if I was like, other things, though. I wonder if I would look the same. I don't know, like, I'd be thinking some crazy shit all the time. Like I said, I've always had a, like, super active imagination. Okay, so, okay, so yeah, like I said, we as humans, we all have our own energy, our own body and soul. So we can't, like, just try to think of it this way, like, honestly, because even, like, I feel kind of bad for the guys that have hurt me, you know, because um, I just feel like they made a mistake, kind of, that they have to live with, and like, and it's unfortunate for them. It doesn't, I mean, it's unfortunate for you because you got hurt in the process of their experience, and it had to do play in your experience and your journey, and it was basically, to you it was a hard part of the journey, and to him it might have been an easy part. Basically, like, do you get what I'm getting at? Like, we each have our own journey. Try to think about that, and you'll always be a part of his, and he'll always be a part of your journey. That's a fact that he can't take away from you, and you can't take away from him, you know? And that should be good enough for you to move on and breathe, you know? That was the most horrible breath I've ever taken. I'm probably gonna meditate after this, most likely going to, since my friend is probably coming over, so yeah. What was I gonna say? Um, So yeah, and basically, yeah, like I said, he's a part of of your journey that you can always look back to. You know, you can always look back to, if it's not painful anymore, obviously. Which I just feel like there's healthier ways to look at things. You know, and this is definitely one of those. Like, you can always look back and be like, oh, this reminds me of that situation. I'm not gonna do it. You don't have to say it to the person. Like I said, don't compare people to others, especially verbally. It can be very offensive to do that, you know, and it can mess with people's identity at times, you know. I noticed that like twins, sometimes twins like have identity issues because they're twins and stuff like that. So like, just don't compare, like stop comparing people, like, and like, because it's just as unfair as you comparing yourself to other people. It's just as unfair as you comparing others to others. so so I'm like trying to fucking I'm like trying, like, it's hella funny. Like, this dress is like all of, like, this dress isn't even like on anymore, like, cause it's so short like that. It just rises. Like, I mean, but honestly, who can sit with a dress like this? I don't know. Okay, so exactly. So basically, look back and be like, definitely don't want to do this again. So, you know, but give people a chance. Don't just like, basically, I feel like the more you become healthy mentally, you can actually give more people a chance without, like, literally, yeah, without literally like every single time that you have strong feelings or whatever the case may be, or you have a hard time coping with the whole situation in general, you know. Um, so yeah, like, just think you don't want to end up in the same situation again. And like, that's my biggest thing with everything that I've said. You do not want to end up in the same situation again. You just don't. That's backtracking, baby. That can be very, very mentally backtracking and spiritually backtracking. Like, honestly, I lost a lot of the things that I believed in this last heartbreak. I really did. I lost myself. I lost Christina. Like, I lost everything that I believed in. Honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie. I damn near became a Trump supporter because I had no respect for myself anymore. I didn't even know anything, girl. Like, I just had lost myself completely, and I'll always just have mad respect for myself for it, and I'll always be like, damn, you were pathetic. Like, girl, no. You're worth it, Christina. Like, if you're watching this, Christina, you're worth it, girl. You're so pretty. Look at you. And it's not just about your prettiness. It's your quirks. It's your quirks. Okay, so yeah, like, and like, I can't stress enough how like I had an identity crisis. Like, I can't like stress it enough. Like, I can't. And the biggest part is with the biggest part why I had this identity crisis was because I was dealing with mental health issues that I needed to figure out, and I didn't know what it was, and like, you know what I mean, and I needed to somehow like get over this heartbreak as well, like, you know. I was just at a very, very stuck point in my life, uh, towards the ending of last year and towards the beginning of this year, but everything's completely better now. I have my first appointment with my therapist on Friday, which is amazing. And which is amazing because, like, I want to get to the bottom of this. I want to know exactly which one of the three things that I've been having symptoms of that I have, and also like physically, I've been kind of dealing with like abnormal not liver but kidney function, and I'm basically gonna have to see what's going on, and I'm gonna find out if everything's okay and what I need to do to literally just recover from all the nonsense that I've gone through, which is so fucking cool. Like, you know, nobody deserves to be in the situation that I was at. Like, I couldn't even stand being by myself, like, which has to do a lot with codependency. But imagine when you know, like, when you know that, like, you know a little something, or you've already done your research of how you can cope with specific symptoms, like, or when you know that you're closer to knowing what you have or what's wrong with you, or what you need to work on, especially when something's affecting you this way, like almost like chronically. Damn, girl. You can calm down. You can just be you again, honestly. But this time you'll always remember, like, calm down, or you'll always remember it's okay, is what I'm trying to say. When you know that, like, because when you know that, because now you're working on it and you're getting through it, you know, so you don't have to no longer stress on it, because eventually it will, like, you'll be a regular functioning human being. So oh my god, like, yeah, sorry, I just keep looking at the spiritually backtracking, because, like, damn, girl, like I lost it, girl. I lost absolutely everything that I was. I really did. Imagine, dude, like my mindset was, like, completely different, you know. I didn't talk to niggas. I was stuck up bitch. Like, I was a stuck up bitch. My bad, that didn't sound right. I was a stuck up bitch. I was really, like, I never posted any statuses on Facebook. I was just a clean bitch, you know. I was just that bitch who was hurt but kept it inside, and then just that last half of the year, I was posting all these statuses, just wanting to be sad all the time, and, like, I became like every bitch that I always made fun of and mocked. But honestly, there's a song by Tyler Cole that says something like, you don't know it until you experience it yourself. I don't really know. It's something like that, but like that, literally. um, and it can be very okay, so this is the biggest thing. It can be absolutely completely dangerous for you to live a pattern, and you can lose yourself in that pattern, because imagine, boom, you never really got to heal from something, and then boom, you jump into the next nigga, and then boom, you jump into the next nigga, and then, like, you're just going into a pattern of, like, being hurt, like, okay, so you fuck with this nigga, boom, he hurts you, or you talk to him, whatever, you're in love with him, whatever, and then boom, he hurts you, and then now you want to, like, fill that void, and you want to find another man to do it. No, baby, you have to heal in order to properly function, or to properly be with the guy that you're gonna be with next. It's not fair to him, baby. It's just not fair. It's not. Let's be mentally healthy, honestly. Like, anyone who's watching this, I encourage everybody if you feel like you're the toxic one, or you feel like you're constantly in need of so much, like, when it comes to a relationship, you should probably try to see what's really going on, because if you're with someone who's a good person, or who's just very nice and stuff like that, you don't want to ruin their energy with your unbalanced one at the moment, because you possibly have an amazing energy, honestly, that you would love to share with him, but at the moment you can't. So you back up. Like, you can't. Don't get yourself into situations that you're just gonna ruin, because you're just gonna be hurt again. I'm just being real from experience, girl. Like, you're gonna be real hurt, and it's just not cute. It's just not living. It's just not it. It's not what you want. It's not. And I don't know, like, I don't want people to think that, like, I mean, honestly, people can think whatever the fuck they want. At this point, I'm just done giving a fuck about what people think about my YouTube channel, or unless it's the people that obviously, like, genuinely support me and shit like that. My cat's obviously being a crybaby, but with all reason. Honestly, it's been 50 minutes, and I'm not gonna sit here and take it on him. He's just so cute. Like, what can I do? And yeah, like you could lose yourself. You can lose yourself, girl. You really can. In ways that I have, and yeah, like I said, my biggest thing with all this is please, like, if you need to write down your lessons, do it, girl, because like you don't want to end up in the same situation again. You don't want to always, you want to stop being her. Like, being her is not fun, trust me. Like, imagine being so used to it that like you just don't care what guy you end up with anymore. You kind of just like are just numb to the pain, and just imagine ending up with a guy who beats on you and stuff like that. You don't want that. You don't. And I'm here to remind you of that. And like, I'm probably going to be making a lot more videos on giving girls advice from my experience, and things like that, because there's a lot of young girls who need it too, and a lot of young trans girls, or girls with borderline personality disorders, dependent personality disorders, or high functioning autism, whatever the case may be. Those are the reason I mentioned those, because those are the topics that I'm very, very familiar with. So but any girl who hasn't had a lot of experience will definitely like, this is for you, baby. Like, you're a princess, and yeah, you are a princess, and you're beautiful, and someone will make you feel that way, and that's what you deserve. And also, remember, work on yourself, because you don't want to ruin somebody's energy, because that's sad. Like, honestly, I've watched good men turn into horrible men because toxic women got into their life, and I would never want that to happen to any of the guys that any of you girls are talking to, if you guys are having any of these issues. You want to have like a really healthy relationship, and in order to do that, you have to make sure that you're completely right, and you'll be able to then choose the type of guy that will fit your situation, whatever it is, So yeah, I'm pretty much just happy, and this, because I was just about to say something freestyle about this, but I remember I wrote it down. So, if this one really hurt, baby, you need a break. You really do. Take a break from guys. And ignoring this will be the death of your poor loving heart. Take breaks. Take fucking breaks. Take a 3-year break. Take a 1-year break. Take a week break. Take breaks. Don't just be talking to niggas and moving on to the next one after one breaks your heart, if that's even a fucking heartbreak. Because, girl, like, can you genuinely, like, you're just breaking your own heart a lot of times, baby. And these motherfuckers help. Like, don't get me wrong, they do help. But you can't always take it out on them, honestly, girl. Especially like this last heartbreak that I had, which wasn't like a heartbreak. It's just I just really liked him, I just really did, and like I loved his energy. He's just a really sweet man. Like, I knew exactly how to appreciate him in every way. I feel like because I always kind of like reminded him like how good of a man he is, because of what he showed. Like, you know what I mean? It's really like that, I don't know if it's because I'm Mexican. I'm just very appreciative when I have a man and things like that. I'm just in general though appreciative of good human beings, honestly. It doesn't have to be just for a man. Like, I don't want to always make myself seem like I'm so focused on a man, because honestly, I have been, and I'm just moving on from it, because whatever's gonna happen will happen as I'm growing, you know, like, yeah, that's all I can say is that, like, I'm growing and I'm happy. So yeah, take breaks, baby girl. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, please like and subscribe, honestly, because why not? And also because just support your local butterfly princess. I'm local, local baby. No, the butterfly princess. Um. Okay, there is. Okay, so oh my god. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up really quick because basically I got through everything. If I didn't cover a few things, I am gonna tell you right now, I am gonna be making more videos on this note. But I also do want to, if you guys do have anything to add in the comment section, go ahead and let me know. Yeah, and if this helped anybody, go ahead and let me know. If you disagree, let me know. If you want to know in detail what happened or things like that, let me know as well. If any questions, anything like that, let me know. Your girl is like ready to answer any questions, you know. If if you think I'm pretty, let me know. It's just, that's just how it works. But and I need to take my pill, girl. Okay, so honestly, before this video ends, I did want to quickly share this awesome ass I just kind of want to say if anybody, any of you guys, my viewers, are watching the show Riverdale, stop right now. If you don't like it, if you're feeling like the writing is bad or it's horrible or it's just Riverdale's just shit, then switch to this awesome ass show on Netflix called Elite. It's just, that show is just so fucking awesome. My favorite character on there's name is Carla. She's not the most she's not the relatable one though, but I'm pretty sure that like if anybody has seen it or will watch it, will end up being like, okay, this is just kind of like Christina, you know. But anyways, what was I gonna say? So yeah, just Riverdale is just not my cup of tea, honestly. I am gonna do a review on Riverdale and what my biggest thing with it, you know, my biggest things with it, because that show is just complete garbage. And that's coming from someone who was like a ride or die fan for the first season, and for the second season I gave it a try, and then for the third season I didn't even finish it. I started episode 1 and I was just like, I'm good, you know. Veronica's just I don't know. Veronica gives me a headache. I don't know if it's because I don't know. I don't know if she reminds me of myself. I don't know what it is that like Veronica just like. I don't like the way I don't like the way they give people lines on that show. I don't like the way that show is written. And comparable to Elite, Elite is way better written. The characters are hella relatable. Like every single one of them. I mean, not relatable. I mean, yeah, relatable or kind of like likable as hell. Like, you know, everybody has something to share on that show. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep going on because it's already an hour and I didn't want this video to be that long, but whatever, you know. So anyways, thank you for watching, my beautiful shining stars, as I am the universe and you guys are my stars. Literally, I love you guys, every one of you guys that watches my video from the beginning to the end. I absolutely love you and appreciate you. And honestly, anyone who tries to give me advice from afar, or just know that I'm struggling and like and try to share positive things to me, like, honestly, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And like, honestly, I do see those things. I want you to know, even though you don't direct them towards me, I just feel like they're just too obvious to not see, you know. And thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I do take those advices. Like when I see anything positive, I definitely do like to look at it and do like to, I do think about it. You know, I think about a lot of things. That's the thing. I I regularly deal with anxiety and things like that. So yeah, like at the moment I'm kind of shaking. I don't know why, but but yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna get through all of this. I'm 22. I'm gonna be 23. Um, so I got this. You know, it's better to just find out now what's wrong with you or what you need to work on than be a freaking 30-year-old woman, like still dating all these guys and still crying every single time. Like, no, girl, that's not what you want, baby. Please listen, please. So anyways, thank you for watching. Again, my beautiful shining stars. I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. It's the Light and Christina no age. And my Snapchat is, I might change my Snapchat, I'm not sure. I be lazy as hell, girl. It does have my daddy's last name, so that's the only reason why I would want to change it. But it's Chris Valencia, CRISS Valencia. I'm not spelling Valencia. I don't know, every time that like I'm ending this video and I'm about to spell Valencia, I'm like, no, I'm not spelling Valencia. No, no, I'm just not doing it, you know? So, I'm not spelling Valencia, no. So yeah, Elite Girl, watch it, and bye. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys.